Restoring the rapids to the river would mean removing a total of 5 dams that currently sit in that waterway right now, dams that have a big place in the city's history. 24-Hour News 8's Ken Kolker, in fact, looked at the history of those dams that goes back more than 150 years. He's along the river with what he found.
Yeah, Brian, I'm actually just north of you near the Bridge Street Bridge. Now, near one of those 5 dams, as you can see, it acts kind of like a speed bump in the river. And before these 5 dams were built, water really rushed through here thanks to a drop in elevation of at least 15 feet through the city.
Right here, this section A to N was a drop of about 12 feet.
So from about Bridge Street to Lion Street was a 12-foot drop.
Correct.
That's quite a drop.
It is, very much.
And lots of rapids rushing around limestone rocks. But that's before the city tamed the river with flood walls and 5 dams. The first dam built more than 175 years ago.
So this was the Wing Dam. I believe the year was around 1835 or 1836.
Instead of crossing the river, this Wing Dam paralleled the east side of the Grand north of 4th Street, diverting water into a man-made canal that helped power industry. That 5-foot deep canal flowed about where DeVos Place, the Amway Grand Plaza, and the JW Marriott now stand. In 1849, that Wing Dam was replaced by a dam closer to 4th Street, stretching across the river.
This is 1853, so this would show it.
And where the dam stands now.
It's to increase that water power. It's to increase the energy that's going into those companies.
A few years later, a new 4th Street dam to divert water not only into that east side canal, but also a new competing west side canal. That canal about where the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Museum now stands. Then there are those 4 other dams, low-rise dams near Michigan Street, in front of the Ford Museum, and along the Pearl Street Bridge. Built as a quote-unquote beautification project more than 90 years ago to spread the river out evenly throughout downtown.
If you read the histories, it's basically to keep the water levels of the river constant and through all seasons of the year.
Now, as Joe reported earlier, removing these dams and adding boulders are the first steps needed to restore the rapids. Live in Grand Rapids, Ken Kolker, 24-Hour News 8.
All right, Ken, thank you for that. And